The following is a special presentation of MRUno Division 1 Super League 2025. $24K magic is in the air, and VeriGold has no despair. Back from the bottom, into the top, VeriGold's ready for war. And for background character, vengeance. A rematch with opportunity after a close defeat in the Final Four in T4. This isn't no ordinary rookie. Just like Gone, background has experience in the D2 Championship. And VeriGold, an ex-Super Leaguer who has a silver wrapped around their neck. But tonight, something different. A little bit different variety of a rematch. When your second match is in Super League, and those coveted 3 points are on the line, and it's a Week 1 opener, anything goes. The streets line with two unique styles. A killer run to the finish from VeriGold, and a seething attack from background character in the shadows. But in the shadows of unknown, through the darkness and the realms of possibility, two outcomes lie. A statement of a win, or a statement of vengeance. 24K magic, background character, BC, Gold, Illinois vs. Wales. It starts now. It's Week 1. It's Group B. It's on. What does it take in a rematch? A little vengeance, a little sprinkle of motivation, or just a good old-fashioned canvas where the paint has been both stained and occurred. But for Golden background, it was the anatomy and the equivalence of fours. T4, Final Four, score was 6-4. Now things have to give. This is Super League. We started off with the old 24K. Magic is back. VeriGold just didn't make Super League 2023 and expected to go in there a one and done. Has group stage experience. Sure, it was 2 years ago. But isn't no first-time rookie on the block. In Super League, anything goes, but the group stage is where it flows. And for Gold, it's about getting that numero dos win on the season against background character. He may be in the shadows and lurks a lot, but background remembers what happened the first time they played. It wasn't the easiest of games, but to get that Final Four experience in D1 is not easy. To beat someone is not easy in a Final Four scenario. But to have a second chance with 3 pivotal points on the line in a Week 1 rematch, anything goes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gold versus Background, the kickoff to Group B. It's been interesting to Super League to start, to say the least, but it's a new day, a new dawn as we move forward, as the opening game of Group B will begin here shortly. We go into the resumes. It'll be VeriGold. You know, VeriGold, what a weird season. It's been boom or bust. I got Sanford on the call. He can talk more about that a little later. But boom or bust. The first 2 tournaments, nowhere. Out by Bo. Out by Talia. Then, a Final Four run to play Brad. Sure, lost on a power play. And sure, got eliminated in the finale against Vapor. But the huge wins against Caesar, Clay, Peter, Ard. Especially Mac as well. On top of that, and background character got Gold to where Gold needed to be at the end of the day. In fact, the last time Gold won a game, that was background character. Lost to Vapor and Gone on a 2-game losing streak, but knows background style. Now for background, been an interesting year. A lot of round 32 L's, but did have that Final Four run. And in that run, really beat a couple big key people. Nick Tapir Toasty and Brad being the huge wins. The 4 big wins to propel him into Super League. Ironically for him, his last win, was against Toaster Guy. So that's another player in this group, which we'll talk about. So heavy rematch group in Group B. We talked about this coming into the program. But for background, it's all about getting revenge today of VeriGold. We go into the schedule. It's been updated. We had the 4-4 tie last night. That's all we'll say on that. Laragon coming up at 4 o'clock. We have the game next coming up right here. VeriGold background. It's the old classic 3-5. And then the 1-4 combo. 12-16 if you're keeping score at home on the Super League ranks. And then, of course, this 8 versus the 13 Toasty Monkey. We're hoping to go off at 7 o'clock. There's not enough. We just put it down. We're hoping to have that game confirmed by Monkey very shortly. Well, that's going to do it for the Super League schedule. We'll go into this group stage graphic made by Lamas. Remember, everybody is playing this week except for Acosta. Toasty will have the week 5. Acosta on week 1 by respectively. We know background has got week 3. Gold has week 4. And then Monkey, or week 2, and Monkey's got week 4. That's the schedule. Something like that. Apologies. Actually, I can just go back to that. Sometimes I forget to. It's week 1. Forgive me. Yeah, no, I was right. Just want to make sure. So I was right. There we go. And as the story goes here, of course, on a best-of-8 scenario, you need to get the 5 wins. The past, it was 4 wins, and that was enough, but it's 5 wins this year as we have moved it to best-of-8s. 4 points for a tie, 3 points, or 3 wins, and you're getting no points. And it's always about points and playing the game because we've seen, how many times have we seen Super League where 1 point can make the difference in the group stage? And joining me in the booth, we'll get down to it, is going to be Charles Sanford. Sanford, you know this group stage very well. You've been here so many times, man. You know, this is the first year not playing, but you've seen this format. You played in this group stage twice now. A lot of things can go right or wrong, and for Gold especially, trying to go 2-0 in the season, there is that week 2 bye lurking too. Sometimes you want to get to a good start and not have that result hang on you for week 2. What are you expecting here between these two? It's a little different when it's a rematch. The air's a little bit more tense. The nerves are more thicker in a sense. It's compared to the first dry paint game. You know, the canvas is paint clear, a little bit clearer with glare gone. This one's a rematch. I think anything can happen. Anything goes. Your thoughts on Gold versus background?
Well, to simplify it a little bit, I feel like this is just easily going to be a game of both players have something to prove. You have neither one of them's really coming into this having had a terrific regular season. Gold coming in being carried by the fact that he made 2 finales needs to prove that that's his true play, not the 3 first game losses. For background, it's proving that his consistency actually did matter and that he should have been here. Now, that said, coming in as a 16th seed might give him a little bit of leniency to play with some house money, but we'll have to see. But it should be a and it's going to be interesting to see who can justify their spot in Super League here.
Well, we always know in a rematch, anything goes and anything can flow. So we'll see what it will be for both players. We'll start it off with probably background. I know background usually types answers out. Background, obviously, buddy, first Super League, a rematch. Your thoughts on trying to play a more cleaner game than the first time against Gold? The first time against Gold, I studied some tape, was 6-4. Came down to a little bit more of ammo runs. We know Gold is a very prominent figure in ammo runs. How do you try to stop those runs in a format where no power play exists today? So it's old school, old-fashioned Uno. Go ahead, type that out. Gold, obviously, we talked about this since your instillment of this league. We talked about this with Mr. Smith and you. You've had some great rivalries in the past with other players on second times. You and Tago, where ironically Tago took care of your 2-0. You want to take care of business against Gold, or against background, 2-0 after winning the regular season battle. You know what background style is. it definitely is an interesting turning point, knowing that we have a week one game and it's great criminal partner. But we'll see. Just gotcha. And we all know that it can be a little bit more of an amped up game starting off Super League in week one or a rematch. How do you try to encompass those nerves knowing you have been here before? You've been in this group stage. You're making a return after being at the bottom of the barrel for really a long time until this year where you finally turned it around back in T3. What are you expecting here today? And feel free to share your thoughts before we get started. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to leave my mind open here. I don't want to come in here with any expectations, because if I come here expecting something and I am proven wrong, that will throw me off. Whereas if I leave my mind open, I'm able to adapt on the fly.
All right. Well, that's what we talk about, Sanford, too. We talked about adaptability, Super League, a lot more aggression could be seen early because you're ready to go. It's been a long time. We talk about layoff all the time in this league. They haven't played in a long time. It's been a month. And sometimes when you're on the chip ready to go, you feel more juiced to just get going, feel a little bit more apprehensive maybe than you usually do. And that can lead to aggression, and that could also lead to some crazy plays you don't see. We saw that last night. I wonder if we'll see that again today. Reminder to the fans at home, background character in gold. Had a coin toss. Gold elected to, I believe it was tails. Let me just check. I can always check about that. Let me just check. Yeah, it was. Let's see. It was okay. It was tails, but it landed heads.
Regardless of the toss, background will get this first start.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to make it clear for the fans. Remember, so usually week one I like to explain everything because we are getting new formats and that's how it goes. But yeah, background won the toss, elected to receive. That's the first 4 home games. Ironically, goal will defer in a sense, and we'll get the last 4 licks on the scoreboard. All right, well, that's enough for me. I think that's enough explaining. This is the classic week one. Got to go through the PR. You know how it goes, Sanford, of this new format from the regular season. PR's over. It's time to get down to business. All right, background. First ever Super League. Well, not your first ever game in a D2, championship form. You had D2 last year. We're going to go OG to start us off, Sanford. So that's about what we expect here. We saw in background gold V1, version 1, there was some 7 cards being flown around. Now it's a little bit different with +2. That's interesting. We had a +2 start last night as we're underway in Group B. But it's a little different with 7 cards, no power play. It can go really fast now compared to, let's say, it can go just as fast with power play. But in this scenario, when you're on the chip, it can go really quick in a heartbeat, especially since it's the first game for both players in a while. There you go.
Well, and as evidence, triple play into a red.
Yeah, that's the aggression, man. We talked about this in the Allen there for Myth and Leah. The aggression is going to be lurked up and almost pent up, too, as we go to a draw here. Oh, that's...
Wow, what a switch. On a 7-card start,
well,
both iced.
Double ice. Play it cool right there. Gold, taking a chance here to build up the hand background, has the delta. That's something to note. Scoreboard. Hold on a minute.
Oh, was I supposed to be on that?
Yeah, I did not realize that. Okay, hold on. Commentate the game. I'll get the link.
Well, I mean, we're still iced. I will say it's an interesting play there for background to have went to that. Makes me believe that maybe he only has the yellow and green here, as he does get the yellow wild off, and that does free up both players.
Let me know if that's good.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. Just Yoshi, hit the live real quick. Apologies, folks. That's completely on me. You just adjusted to 130, Sam. And I'll check my OBS. All right, we'll keep it going here. Oh, background double play into a +4. Yeah, just keep adding some seconds. You're good. There we go. That should be good.
Okay.
Remember, no power play, so that...
Well, gold gets the blue. That's... so...
Oh! Number of fish. Back to green. Okay. Or into green. My fault. I wasn't paying attention.
Trips 3 as well. Gold with plenty of ammo here. Just a matter of whether or not any of it will add cards back.
You go save something. Back to blue. Great play. Great play. Yep, that's the classic end around. Into an icer. Let's see if gold can run the blue and Really put background on the toes right here.
And so far, it looks like background definitely has the hand I expected him to have had, which was the early color swap. Basically, told me he probably didn't have any blue, or at least not much blue. So background definitely trying to fight through game one here with only yellow and green, barring anything that he got, any red he might have gone off the draw.
Still drawing back here, so they both definitely are comfortable in draw city early. Sanford, a lot of end arounds, a lot of. I know, well, just as I say that, gold going to go to Yepes, and
that gives gold a lead here.
Does it? Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What? Whoa. What? Oh, he tried to play a blue 0.
No, I think he meant green 0.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. He tried to put blue 0, and then so it was still his turn. Only played the one card.
Well, gold going to make the pay.
And definitely takes the lead back.
Yeah, that's a classic double play right there. Old sandwich +2. Caesar, hockey in its appear. Back to green, says gold. Not so fast in the cap. But gold can run. A lot of ammo flying off the shelves here early, Sanford. A lot of draw cities, I think, played into both here for sure.
Yeah, already half of the +2's gone. And over to yellow now, so gold definitely in a spot where he feels like he can play into what background strength was.
In this thing. Quick pace here today. The pace is flying off the shelves.
And gold in that red zone already. Background trying to get to set to the original start. Does so.
Back to an end around using gold's card into the green. But gold gets a double vapor.
Both players in that red zone, 5 or fewer.
Here comes background looking to potentially keep it running. Goes to the KT blue, and gold's out.
It's gold to draw from 2.
In the nick. Can a top decker save gold right here? It's a green 9. It's the wrong number, and it's into Brian. And background's out.
Background draws from 3. Gold looking for Uno.
Oh, man. Double 9 efficiency to Acosta in check mode. Can background save? Back to blue with the crossover to Nick, and gold's iced. Are you kidding me? Sanford, what a sequence there. And gold now has to worry about background running.
No 3s.
No 3s. Interesting. Background. There's a 3. Is this game from back? What a win this would be, huh? It is.
It is.
That was a crazy sequence right there. I missed a little bit. I'm gonna catch up a little bit here because we were doing the scoreboard. See where I can ask some good questions. But Sanford, if you got anything, go ahead real quick while I catch up.
I mean, I guess we could ask background. Did I have the call perfect there that he didn't have any blue or red to start, and how that played into his hand, considering blue and red was what he ended on.
Blue or red to start background? Not much is what Sanford is saying. Was that fair assessment? Got some of that in the draw city? We can start there. I was going to ask about that initial get-go +4. Was that just trying to get the game into more of a defensive measure? Was that just trying to just send... Okay. And that +4, was that just trying to get gold into a defensive measure, right? Let's play some more defense here and play a little more aggressive, maybe. Sensing it is 7 cards, the game can go quicker.
I guess for gold, you could probably channel something with
the +2 sandwich. Yeah,
the fact that he was able to kind of get to a leading spot, but just never could get to the right finish.
Yeah, gold. That +4 was the pressure. Had a win. They kept it on green. That +2 was rough to end on. Okay. Gold. That +2 sandwich, was that sensing, I had ditch plan A, plan B. You had to take this into a plan C, D game. Considering background seemed to have a lot more end around advantages compared to you. Let me know. Feel free to answer. Yeah, and sorry about that, like I said, because we were fixing the scoreboard. But yeah, you could tell both players are starting to realize a lot more aggression. Yeah, go ahead, go.
I had the red +2 from the start, but I had nothing to play it with, so I held on to it at the beginning because it was like, okay, I don't think background character has a run to the finish just yet, and even if they do, I don't think +2 alone will be able to stop it. I figured I'd hold on for a better opportunity, and it did end up coming in very useful, but I just wasn't able to turn that into win. I had my last card was a yellow, and then background character switched to blue right after.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's the beauty. We saw that crazy sequence. Sanford, what did you say? The threes? Was it the threes, man?
I mean, well, the threes what ended up being the killer,
Right.
I guess. But,
You said we were
I mean,
out
they had to,
when it, or just
I didn't say they were out. I
okay.
was saying as in like he didn't have threes in his hand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, still trying to catch up because of the scoreboard issues, but yeah, I was gonna say that crazy sequence with the nines. I mean, how did? I was gonna say this background save, but that had to be a top deck, and Gold clearly had a run on those nines, but then background just shut that down despite Gold having an answer on red. And the second one, first one was off the +2. Yeah, that sometimes it does save the game, man. Sometimes it is one little mistake on the back end you just don't even expect. And for both, pretty inch perfect game for the most part. Came down to just one lucky top deck. And we talk about top decks not having to be +2s or +4s to make a difference. We've seen numbered decks just work out perfectly, hence the blue 9 for background off the Knicks. So there you go. Background up 1-0. Got the scoreboard all ready to go. Should be locked in for game 2. Background, no 7, my friend. OG's off. Good first game there. What's it going to be for game 2? See if we go a little crazy. All right, we'll go. All right. Off the 9 cards. After the 9. Makes sense. Here we go. Yoshi will put it in. And we're started up with the 9-4. And you got to thank Stanford for this. The aggression was pretty high as background draws. Like, what? Hold on, let's see if Gold.
Two straight hands. No blue.
Well, Gold we know likes to sort through. Let's see if Gold. I would think Gold will be aggressive here. Don't think you want to really. Yeah, I was going to say. Aggression off the top will free it up. So Gold goes into red. That's interesting. That's interesting, Sam, for going into red.
Off special this time.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how the switch will continue as both players now freed up in the reds. From Tapir to Zach. Can Gold, I think the question is here, Sanford, can Gold save, potentially, I've seen this movie before with Gold, a blue at the end to finish. Gold's done this before. Find the blue at the end and go from there. Right? Burn that last color on the initial get-go towards the end. Let's see if that's the case here. That'd be something to keep in mind. Here comes Gold. We'll take the call in 5 minutes. That's fine. Gold now looking to load up after the background 8. There's background's card. In the double. Okay, so that's self-ditto in the ghost from Gold. Playing it cool. Does background look for a switch here to get out of red? And potentially the G. Let's see. There it is. There it is, Sam. There's the G. The classic green.
The worry I'd be having here if I was background is Gold could have been looking for a 1 swap. Keeps it green though.
Yeah, into the 0 sugar. Question really is going to become, in my humble opinion here, did Gold want to save that blue to the end, considering background drew off the blue? Is that a weakness, or is background playing a little chicken here? There's a double in the gun. Well, there it is, Sanford. There's the call. Oh, great call from Gold. Now Gold can run the blue out, really. So that's 3 color for both.
It's full ice.
Full ice or 3 color. We saw it in the first game. We saw the blue and red background did to get out of it, really. And now they're going into Draw City on the Brad. Here we go. Gold up 2 possessions. Can background cut this down right here off a topper? Yes, in the ante. And Gold makes the switch to Monkey Boy. Background, we're going to load back up on the yellow. Let's see what he can do. Here he comes. Double play. Into Brock from Gold. A little respect on the card. Into Riders goes Gold. BC now looking to load back. Is there a switch? No. 0 sugar and drip. Drip drop off the top rop. There we go. Here comes
That works
gold.
way better as a line if it's actually off of a draw.
Yeah, it's true. Pretty good, though. Still pretty good. Oh, that's going to shut up the haters right there, Stanford. A +4 to play some defense. Brian, interesting. That's not a run. Trying to play this plan C, get gold, or get back right into more of a plan C, D, play more defense. A lot more defense this game. Not really any time runs to the finish, which is interesting. We know gold is notorious for that. Looking at the stats, too, it's been low on the chains. Oh, a background says, you know what? Let's go to blue. Let's test you. But gold has the answer. Oh.
Pardon special.
Okay, background double. Does gold have more, though? I'd be impressed. Is it a zero sugar switch? That'd be no. How about a game?
What game?
Oh, that's a fatal switch. What a save. That's classic gold, though, Sanford. That's classic gold, man. 100%. Gold, talk to me about that. I had said off the start, you may have heard me, well, maybe not, but I said there's no way in heck gold isn't going to use blue to finish the game at some point. There it was. Talk to me how you saved that one action card, which was that skip, really. Had a couple numbers and played right into your hands. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I had the skip off the start. I debated just using it off the start, but I realized if I did that, I would be forcing background character to draw at a position where I would immediately have to draw or use my +4, and so wasn't really great. I figured I could get better use off of going to the red, whittling down my cards there, and then eventually getting a connecting run to the finish. I had the red reverse from the start. I got the red skip off the draw. But
interesting.
Yeah. I will say the wild +4 to green was solely done with the intention of make him think I have greens to finish. Make him switch it back to blue or red.
Man, for that's pretty damn special. Two choices there. Picked the wrong one. Didn't know. I think you meant gold's cards. Otherwise, yeah, no worries. Otherwise, not gold. Otherwise, you're good. Don't worry. Otherwise, would have used a green +2, yellow +2. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's just a good bait switch in a sense. There, Sanford get used that blue. Now background, was that a case of not much blue there? Did that haunt you in a little bit, or did you just say, you know what, I was trying to go for the same thought when I did pick up a blue in Draw City, maybe ice out gold and thinking we'll draw this out to more and play for Draw City, and then work your way back to that green or yellow +2 towards the end? Or was it a case of that plan was sort of foiled because both you guys hit it in a good way? Sanford, that was just textbook, man. I was pretty textbook, you know. There's not much to say. That's what gold's done before in career. It's just classic bait switch, right? Run to the finish, get them thinking, and go from there. Nothing really else to say. Now we both were weak in blue. Gold's lucky I had a blue 9. Yeah. You know, and that's sometimes what it takes. Go ahead, Sam, you want to say anything about that?
I mean, it's classic Uno thing of like, you have two moves. Which one would you feel worse about losing on if it comes down to it? That's almost the way of looking at it.
Yeah,
I think up one. Sorry, I think up 1-0. It's a lot easier to feel sorry about, or feel less sorry about leaving +2s on the board than it is to use the +2s and then have something else go wrong.
Yeah, that's a true point. Sometimes when you have that +2 and you're up 1-0, it's a little bit more of a comfort feeling. Whereas if you were down, different scenario, right? Different case in point. So interesting to say the least. But good job from Gold to get the win, seal it up back to a tie game, and gets good now, Sanford, because once you start going into game 3s and 6s of these now best of 8s, those are the pivotal points of the series, because you got to start thinking there's only 2 more home games after that for both when we get to those stands. All right, once again, background, no OG, free board. Let's go full OG full.
Well, the
Excuse me.
OG said.
OG full. I gotta take the call. That's why I'm staying for call of the game. Give me a sec.
Okay, we get started with a zero sugar green here in game number 3. We'll see if that means background doesn't have any green. Whatever the starting card he has, he hasn't had that color yet. Does get a green 9 though this time. So top deck, Kevin, or top of the food chain. As Gold had to fill his water bottle. Trips 9 off the start. Back to green. As we'll wait for Gold to get back from his water bottle fill up to see that we're back on green. Probably could have paused the ticker here, but either way. No more green 9s so far, or early on in this one. Cards played pretty even, 37-35. Self draws is also pretty even at 15-14. Background looking for that first reverse to play at some point, maybe. Gold still without playing a normal wild. Skips an overwhelming 8-3 advantage there is interesting as well. Looking through his stats, color swaps even, or fairly even. Gold with a slight advantage there. So far, so good. Got an interesting day of college football going. A lot of blowouts early on. Kent State's actually leading Buffalo. Oh, and Gold's back. And now its background's turn to switch it back to yellow. So we've got full house action. We have trips 9, pair of 4s. Gold's going now for the deafen technique. Let's see what does Gold have planned here. Has the zero sugar, so it's another instance of drip showing up. Yellow 7 there for background. So far we've had 8 cards, well now 9 cards played. Yellow 1, it's the first one to show up. Background trying to push the pace. Gold responding by trying to slow down the pace though. Did a play into red. My card now showing up though as Nam continues to want the 7 to show back up as a profile pick. Double play for Gold into the red 2. Background had both red 6s in his hands, self dittos. Both players down to 6 as we're stuck on the red 6 as Gold draws. Background with a red 5 to get to 5. Gold switches it back to green, so wrong number there. That helps background though. He switches over to blue on the double play. This could be the run to the finish. It is. Gets the Uno call in. And it's a blue 2 to end it. Game 3 in the books. Oh man. As background basically eliminates any need for questions there for him. Plan A game. Uh Gold, I mean, obviously didn't have anything, don't have a way of combating the run once he gets there. Anything you could have done differently? Did you have yellow in there? That would have been the
I had
one.
a +4. I was hoping I could save it one turn, and I couldn't. I was thinking, probably doesn't have a 6-card run. Had a 6-card run. It was okay. I'll just make it back next round.
Yeah, the +4 would have been the only way of actually getting out of that. Okay. I mean, I don't have a question for background just because he basically says plan A. Um, unless Yoshi, do you have one or? If you don't, we can probably just go ahead and get started with game 4. No, background's not going to be any 7 or 13 for it. Yeah. All right. Let me get that reset. All right. So we get started. Game 4, 14 cards start. Starts off with the Turner 5. Background's final home start here is we'll shift over to gold for game 5. The reverse Dolly Parton from 5 to 9. Gold likely going to take a moment here, especially considering he's down 2 to 1. Gold ready to go. Loading up. Triple play into green, takes an early lead. Background able to respond quickly with the half off special into Aria. Another double play. Gold had both green reverses. Background back to Turner, so that's Turner's card out of the way. Gold without a 5 or a blue. Into a lane card. Gold also no 7s. Background decides switch over with the Monaco card. That allows Gold to play the Zero Sugar Cherry. You can get that at drinkmiddleroadenergy.com. Double play for background into a red 2. Double up into Tapir's 4. 1 up special there for background into DJ's card. Back down to Logan, so we've got the small straight going. Another DJ background, another self ditto in this game. Gold with the +4 this time. Doesn't want to save it. Background though, either off the +4, already had it, gets a +2. Gold with the yellow 9 is gonna tie it up at 7. Background with the possession arrow, 1 down this time. Back to the 9 for gold. Both players now at 6, looking to move into that red zone at 5. quad. Oh my goodness. No way. That was interesting. He decides to delay the Uno call. Draws. Is that game? No, it's not. +4 again for gold. That must have been off the top. Yellow 6. Back to blue, though, for background. Tied at 5. Gold draws. Background, interesting play. Decides to reverse and then draw. So we're now stuck on an action card. Blue 9 top deck. Wonderful time to probably try and look at what we've got on the table. Half of the 9's used up. There's not going to be a switch to yellow from this. Can only be a switch to red or green. Or at least without, I should say without have been any other, off a pure number at least. Blue 2 though, and we're still stuck on it. Have plenty of options for other colors. Is this half the 2's have been played, but it's only 1 each. And all of a sudden, at one point, both players down at 5. Now we see them both in double digits. There's the other blue 2, so we're still stuck on it. Green 2 this time. Half off special back down to Aria. Over to red, though, with gold. Oh, that's a choice. Drawing on the +2 from background. Does gold make him pay? Can he make him pay? If he could, he doesn't. Double play, back to the red 1. Into my card, the red 6. That allows background to swap over to green. But gold had the response, another red 6. Or the other red 6, I should say. Background again drawing. Gold now draws.
I'm back. Too much action. I didn't want to ruin the flow you were going on there. You're gonna have to catch me up though. So you keep calling. Let me look back at the game. Hold
on. Okay, so now double 4 over to green from background. Triple 4. Do we have blue for the rainbow? Not yet. It's back over to green. Does gold keep the chain up? No. Over to green 0. Background double play into the green 7. There's the rat in 3 showing up. And background runs out of green.
Yeah, lots to unpack in this one. I could tell. Okay. Well, I'll take it from here. Thank you, man. I'll help you. Oh, man. Switching already into the yellow 3 and a monkey. Goal with the background with the red. Did we just flip off the red? Yeah, that was crazy because background was iced and ran over to Ashley. Oh. KT Blue Wild. Crossover back. Oh, back to the red. Great time. Great time to come back when the wild card's about. Time that one up like a god, huh? Gold can't use the blue 9 there. No crossover back, gold. And background looking for ice now. Man, a lot of ice, a lot of crossover, a lot of... Oh, no.
And that's another +2 draw.
I'm going to give Artist Stroke.
That's the second for background.
Oh, boy. Or probably has turned off the stream right there. No, well, I did. I'm looking at that second one. That's definitely trying to bait Gold to throw some heater +2 to get some more cards, but heater's buying that. A lot of back and forth, a lot of switching. Interesting. I noticed that Gold.
For anyone worth showing for anyone that's not watching the stream.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Actually, okay, I got that pretty well lined up.
Gold. I'm surprised Gold didn't do the Uno call out there. I saw a background at one point. Did the in before I lose thing and no call out. That was interesting.
Yeah, there was a point where it was the delayed Uno call.
That was interesting.
Especially considering I'd even said that, like, I'd said that how close he was.
Jeez, man. That is going back.
Well, that's not uncommon for this game. This is the second time that they've both been down close to 5 and drawn back to double digits.
Yeah, I got a feeling, though, when it comes down to this, though, when you have a lot of ammo off the chain, you can really look at this as two ways. You can either, A, play for the plan. Oh, well, that's a...
Well, there's the fourth wild, so no more normal wilds.
Into the KT from Leah. Let's see what background can do. Background in the retro. Yeah, that's aggressive with the wild play. That's extremely aggressive. That's using the card history right there, saying, you know what, no wild coming back because Gold now have to adapt to the yellow from background to Brock. Into the Steven.
Sure you wouldn't need the card history from that one. It's pretty memorable anytime you have 3 wilds show up back to back to back.
That's true too, but it's always good to check. But yeah, you wonder here if Gold's just playing aggressive. Man, we've seen a lot of drip drops today. Huh?
Yeah, I think that's the third one out of 4 games.
Got to give him a ring. Into Andy now, back to blue. That's where Gold seemed to want with the wild. Background can respond though. Into retro, we see retro and Andy now. Gold.
There's the blueberry zero.
Sugar into Ed. One thing I do notice, Sanford, as background draws here.
And that's key because there's no zeros left.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's no zeros, so they're definitely cross back to yellow.
Oh, yellow 7. I don't think there's many of that left. There's both reverses.
Whoops! I hit tap the mic, tap the mute. My fault there, on accident.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure. I was trying to flip the
double
board.
+2 into green.
That's the sandwich play. We talked about that with Gold. Gold had been really good with that in game 1 with the sandwich play.
There's no more yellow +2s, no more red +2s.
Gotta think background's gonna have a +4 to stop it right here, knowing how he's been really good with. Yep.
Back to yellow as well.
Yeah, that's Gold. But Gold back to the green Chomagate, the base card. Cam background 5. Oh, no way. Is it back to Camaro? We going back to the...
Is that going to be another yellow 8?
We going back to Camaro here?
Or blue 8? Maybe?
Put it in reverse? No, it's a double.
No.
Well, now Gold looking for a chance to get back. I was going to say, thinking about Gold back to blue. That's what a play from Gold. If Gold can get out of this trap here and do trip 7. Oh, huge play.
Double +2.
Have fun. That's it for the +2s in blue. So now, how much is left here? Let me see.
1 +2, a single +4.
Yeah, Gold has laid the hammer down and say, you know what? Have fun.
Single reverse in red.
Going to be from
there really isn't much ammo left.
It's going to be numbers game until we get to the reshuffle, unless we can finish it out with one card. Here we go into Gold's arsenal into the green rad 3. Can't background find anything. Yeah, there's the +2. There's the reshuffle.
There's the final +2.
Yeah, now it's game on, right? You get to a reshuffle, game on for sure.
Oh yeah, never mind. I didn't see the reshuffle. Didn't realize how close it was.
Yeah, you good. Don't worry. Been a long one, huh? Not a problem at all.
Well, it's worth mentioning the +2 did not get included in the reshuffle, so that is still off the table.
Correct. Yeah, so then you wonder here if you're gold. It's hard to know because that way I haven't been here for that. Oh, +4?
+4 immediately.
That had to be off the top, right?
Well, yeah, it had to be. Because there's. Well, wait, no, it didn't have to be. Because there was one left.
Well, that's that. Well, you'll probably have to ask the Qs because you were here for most of it. But yeah, back to yellow we go. A lot of back and forth, a lot of trading paint here on color switches. Can background running with. There's Camaro again. Oh, but Gold finds a red background 8 using his own card against background.
Trips 8.
Back to Chobik, and we're drawn. Trips 8. Oh. Can background run the greens, though? Yes, in Aria. Go with a 1 switch back over. No.
I do think that's the third time Arya's card has shown up in this one game alone.
Yeah, that's good for the old TV right there. There's Allen. Can background now find something on red? Back and forth. There's a double. Toasting.
Reverse, so that definitely was off of a draw.
Toasting is Zach. There's your card, buddy.
That's the third time that card's shown up too in this one game.
Yeah, threes are going to be magical here because when you get a reshuffle, you can have 3 easy. There's a double Logan.
No, he didn't have the red 3.
It didn't appear. Fat fingered it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because if you had it, it would have played anyway. So.
Into Monaco, background in the red zone after all that commotion. Let's see if background can cap it off. Check to his own card. Is it game on the switch?
Game.
It's a number of fish. There it is. Called it. Unreal.
Nearly 15 minutes.
You're going to have to take this one, buddy, the first half of the game to kind of connect the dots with the questions. But I do have something I can ask.
I think the easiest question to ask first is going to be Gold.
Right.
Did you have the fourth +4 before the reshuffle, or did it come off of the +2? Okay, so he is hanging on to it. Obviously, Gold had he mentioned it. His lesson learned. Didn't want to let background have the 5-card run to the finish 2 games in a row. Let's see. Background. What's a good question? I guess background. You can talk us through. You had a lot of ammo card draw. Was there any thought process there that you were maybe considering hanging on to them? Because that's definitely a bold play to make.
I guess I'll go to both players here. I mean, Gold, your thoughts and background can answer as well. When you have short games, then you go into that endurance match when it's basically survival of every plan through the alphabet. How does your mindset have to shift compared to those 3, 4, 5-minute Plan A games? Just in general. Especially when there's no power play. Feel free.
I feel like you have to start taking risks more often when you get to that position, because you have to start counting on draws. You have to start counting on whether or not your opponent's going to take you to a certain color. You have to just take those risks, because if you don't have those easy connections anymore, there is no other way to go about it. It's taking the risks of the draws or taking the risks of what your opponent has.
Nah, +2 draw. I knew it. Yep. Basically, bay for more cards, have majority card number. Yeah.
Well, the reason why I phrased it the way I did was because there was also it wasn't just +2 draws either. He had a reverse draw in there at some point. Yeah. That's why I phrased it the way I did.
Nah, it's baiting. I get it because you want to get more, or you want the reverse draw, switch the color, right? You're baiting Gold, and Gold's too veteran to play into those tricks. Now Gold has done the same tricks before, right? Gold, you've done it before. +2 draw, hit me. Dealer hit me. It's the same thing, same exact philosophy. I get it. They both know this play. They both know what they're doing. They understand the psychological. Backer, you got my question though. When the game is a little bit more towards the end on a reshuffle, the game is a little bit more. Every plan of the alphabet goes through. How do you try to adapt and adjust, considering those Plan A games just had of 3 and 5 minutes? That's just my follow-up question. Probably I had 2+2, picked up a third one, hell, and started doing it. Gotcha. That's the old sandwich. I did notice the sandwich play. You had the sandwich play with the +2s, try to force background back and say have fun, right, with more. And sometimes, like we said, Sam, it's hard. They're in a box. They're in a Pandora's box, not just on colors, but within themselves. When you play somebody a second time, you know the routes. You know the routes. You know the detour. You know all the stops. To get out of that box, you're going to have to be really creative. And so far, that was probably the best game of the... Maybe game 1 and 2 actually were good, but this one was the best one of the 4 for sure. Going with the cards where he kept playing the plan, having to swap, but had to play basically every colors. Gotcha. Yeah, so similar style, similar progression, similar routes. That's how it goes sometimes, man. When you're just playing someone a second time, or just in general, when you're playing these long games where playing A to Z happens, yeah, you gotta know how to adapt. And I'm interested because we talked about this. If this was last year, you got a point guarantee with 3 wins, but with 4 now, you're gonna have to get one more and to at least get that 1 point for your background, for your goal. You got plenty of time here because it's a long series when you have 4 more games to go and you're all at home. I had a feeling Sanford off the draw. I did say I had a feeling background was sniffing something off that draw, and there it was. And they did a good job with number efficiency. They both did a good job with number efficiency. They both found a way to psych each other out, and boom, there's the end result. But thank you for commentating, by the way, man. I appreciate that. That was
You're welcome.
longer than expected, but
Only had slight filler that had to be done when Gold had to go and get a drink of water.
well, and that's what the compliments to the chefs, right? That's the nice part. When the players play quick enough and the pace is good, it's a long game, it's drawn out. A lot of playing A to Z makes us look good. It makes you look good, especially when you're alone. All right, well, let's get to it. I'm here for the rest of the series now. No more distractions. To Gold's homestand we go. Gold, you know the drill. No 9, everything free. What do we got? Unless you got any comments, background, go ahead. Gotcha. All you, Gold.
Let's go with the no send.
Oh, Sanford.
5 cards sprint to start?
Sanford, this is all you, buddy. You know this territory. 5 card, no sender.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see it.
The bad part is down 3-1. This could easily be desperation, though, too. That's the problem.
Well, the aggression will be turned. There's not going to be any draws unless you absolutely have nothing here on a 5. Well, there's the switch. This could get really...
But that can easily play in.
Oh, here we go.
+2 draw.
This is the old class. Well, this one you don't mind, though, because there's only 5 cards. Right? There's only 5. So the chances of having a +2... Well, and there's the switch.
That's the 5 he needed, though, speaking of.
There it is. DJ Heaven right there. 3-5. Gold up 2. Background to cut the 1. Ties it. Gold to 2. It's going to get
2.
Oh, it's going to get tense right here. 2-2.
Both of them cherry red.
Double. Is this double Uno? That's go.
No, it's game.
Nope. No question.
Less than a minute. Game 4. Or game 5, I mean.
Yeah, nothing to say on that one. Unless background had the same top
Top deck +4.
off the +2 draw. Can you believe that?
Not only that, also then got the number he needed.
That's unreal. Did background actually have a +4 as well? Saved up to the end? No.
Oh, no.
That's funny, too. He ended on a green 8, so a switch could have happened. I got nothing on that one, Sanford. No questions there. That's the...
I mean, the desperation play works. Although, to be fair, it is one of those situations where I do like doing that play anyway, because we were just on the high end, went to the very low end, so sometimes that can work in the desperation play. But Gold, keeping his hopes alive, has to win out all the games to go and be able to get the 3 points.
Yeah, I got a feel. I have a gut feeling I know where we're going here. Gold. No Dolly Parton to Sanford. I should say 9-5. What are we thinking here?
I mean, if it's anything other than 15.
Full send.
Oh boy.
Called it.
Well,
I'm like, this is gonna be 15.
I was thinking 6 when you're hot, but all right. Mid to max, so there we go. No send to full. This is what Ghost does a lot. It's a +2 on clay. Oh boy, this could be scary. Knowing these two at +2s.
Second +2 blue start.
A lot of clay starts. We saw it last night too. A lot of clay starts. Gold playing menacingly here. Let's see how this one goes. Into JT.
I mean, the expectations from my end is definitely that there's plenty of ammo cards there, considering we just went from the low end to the high end. Gets an early swap to green.
Let's see what it'll be from background as, oh boy.
139. We've just been multiplying by 3 the entire time here. Still multiples of 3.
I had a feeling that was coming. All right, very good. Held my breath there. All right, thank you, Monkey.
Of all the times to mention that.
Yeah, I held my breath. I saw that read coming. He's going to say so. All right, trip 2.
Trips 2. No, quad 2.
Quad 2. No rainbow skills yet. We could get a continuation here. And 1. No. In a Camaro. We'll stop that. Well, you see, both players now, they've understood each other. They've understood as we go Stingray double. Ditto right there. They both understand what ammo is going to be played. The question is, this is the last thing we have to answer. What's this bot going to do from nothing to something? That's it. From no send to full send. That'll be the one thing.
This definitely has all the makings of a who gets to run first. I mean, we're tied at 8.
This will be from downtown. Double. There's the defense.
Gets himself a 6-card advantage, 6-12.
See what background will do here. +2.
He has a +2.
There we go. Isolate some of that.
Cherry Zero Sugar.
Check us out, www.drinkmanager.com. Goal goes to back. How many times have we seen both players use the card against you? This is crazy. This is great, man.
I don't think we've seen background use the gold card much.
No, it's funny though. It's just funny. We're seeing so many trends.
Triple play into Logan 3.
Can Goal find an answer right here? Oh my goodness!
Long play into Blue 8.
A response on the end around with an end around back to retro. Leah, Toasty, Ellison, retro. Okay.
Half off.
Gold juiced. Turn dry right there. Classic. We know that one, Sanford.
Well, I mean, that was a gamble and a half.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Back to Tapir and gold double color ice. 2 color. Background can run. Here we go. Into the red 9. Allen play. Can gold get the response? No. Switch coming right here, Sanford. Got a feeling. There's gotta be a switch. There's your car, but there's gotta be a switch coming. Gold's got nothing.
So no 6, no 9, no 4.
I had a feeling something was coming. One of these we're gonna switch. Background for check. This would be huge.
Double play to end it? No.
Plays it cool. Background for the 4th win and at least 1 point. No.
I know.
Gold, juiced, draw city, maybe. For now, yes. No top deck magic that time. Still no toppers. It's crazy, man. Both players have found a lot of top deck magic and a lot of ways to splice the game, and now it comes down to who is going to get it. Who will get that one magic topper. We saw last game with gold on a 5. There's a topper to Brock. Here we go again with the baiting. Can gold find anything here? Background drawn. Still nothing. Going way back on the track.
Zero Sugar drip again.
Trip has made so many appearances in this game. It's been incredible.
Background has the 0 swap.
That's insane. Into Jenna. Can gold find the green and go clean? Let's see. +2
Oh,
sandwich.
whoa, +6.
It's been the classic gold play all day. The sandwich. Caesar Clay in the lane.
How many zeros did background have?
Was that a hat trick of zeros, or was that a quadfecta? Let's find out. Is that the last zero? That is. We're done. Double ALP into green, gold up. What can background do? Plays it cool. Background now, we'll have to watch out for gold in the red zone. Here comes gold. Is it a run to tie?
Background played all 4 zeros at some point in this game.
Got to be a finisher here, Sanford. Just the way gold plays this out. It's either a finisher or a huge toaster play a check. Let's find out. So or switch to background. See if background can respond to Camaro undercut strat. Can't go find an answer here. Skittles, right? No, not Skittles. Quad 8s.
Still missing blue. But it's quad.
Oh, back to yellow with the Cody Labus Wild. But goal obliged. No wild shootout that time. Background +2 coming here surely to stop the run.
Gotta be.
No,
what?
To skip into a red wild. That's bold.
Oh, KT Classic!
Oh, no!
There's the save for that. Is that a winner? That's a game. Gold gets out of that. Insane. Insane. Where do you begin with that one? Let's draw it back. I'm going to start with gold. Gold, that +2 sandwich, early draw city. Talk to me through it. Was that just trying to get momentum back in your favor, knowing you had saved a wild? And talk to me about that initial plus. Was it the +4 you played earlier? Yeah, the +4 in the red. Did you just try to send background back? Maybe try to get some +2s or something where you can flush it out of them? Talk to me through the back and forth there. It was great.
With the +4, the thought was +4 into red, get back to blue, have background be spooked and either bring it to green or optimally have nothing on blue so I could just play from blue 8 to green 8. Fortunately, didn't pan out like that. Still managed to pull it out. The +2s I had for... When did I get those? The green +2 I had for a while. The blue +2 I gained during the draw city. Was worried it was just going to be a run to the finish. I wouldn't get to use them. I got really lucky with being able to get to one of those colors when I could actually use those and prevent just background being able to go out. I also had a yellow one when I was drawing. I got the yellow one before I got the wild, and I was hesitant to play it because I didn't want background to be able to just play off of that to a different color. When I got the wild, I felt more comfortable to start taking those risks again. Thankfully, didn't need it. Was able to keep onto it until the very end.
Copy. I got all that info. For you, background. Interestingly enough, you were the first one to try that end around play. I noticed that triple play. You went to red skip, red reverse, red 3. Then gold went back into the preceding quad play of the blue. Then you went back to red. Was it 2-color? Did you need to last on red a little longer to go through that last progression to weed the yellows out? Or do you think it was a case of when you had that yellow for Uno, we're just praying for a switch and ultimately just didn't hit that last progression needed to win the game? And now, what'd you get off that +4 as well, if I don't mind asking? Sanford, that's as back as forth as you want. These last, 2 out of the last 3 games have been really good. And you could tell it's the switch up to 15, right? Trying something new with that min-max. Sometimes you can go max to min. It's working for gold because it's throwing the opponent off. Your thoughts on that? Needed on red longer. Couldn't read gold's mind. Made the wrong plays. Should have let stay on red, counter the wire. Oh well, can't tell the future. Yeah, that's a crazy play there. And Sanford, you gotta think with those wild plays, it becomes more prominent because there's no power play, right? In any case, if there's power play, maybe background's doing a yellow skip, red wild, and there's a power play in between, right? Without that, it becomes more of a more aggressive approach, knowing you're not going to get attacked from either the rear or the front. So why not save a wild to the end of your last card? And that was what gold basically did to solve it. Now, gold, did you pick up that wild from the start, or was that off the draw city or a +2?
The Wild was off the draw city.
Gotcha. Background, your Wild was off the draw city or 2 Wild. Sanford noted you had a lot. Did you have all 4 zeros off the...
Played all 4 zeros.
Yeah, was that half off the deck or half off the start, initial get-go? What was that about? That's rare. You don't see it every day. The quadfecta of zero sugars. Most off the deck. Wow. That's rare as it goes,
In other
buddy.
words, he had the 3 of a kind of zeros.
I mean, if you have that, you can really do a lot of stuff with those zeros, though. That's the one beauty about the zero.
Yes, no.
Was that?
I said yes and no. I mean, having 3 of a kind of any any other number, at least there's
6 other ones in the deck.
Yeah, zero.
Or 5 other ones. If you have 3 of a kind of zeros, there's only 1 other zero.
Yeah, you're going to have to really know how to... Didn't have them at the same time. Right, it was all disconnected. You're going to really have to understand how to work those numbers and the efficiency on that set zero. It's not easy, but we'll see what happens here. Because I think Gold has shifted momentum with 2 games to go. It's 3-3 now. Now it's
this game guarantees at least a point.
Yeah, now it's a race to... Will we see the tie or will we see someone get the job done? We're about to find out. All right, Gold. So far, this has been working. This min max 515, 9 off the board. What are we thinking here?
Let's go 8 cards.
Dropping it down. There it is, Sanford. Let's get crazy. Crazy 8s. It's been working, though. You can't say it hasn't with this min max strat. And then dropping it down all around the board. Another blue start will go to Peter, the gangsta. But once again, Sanford, with 8 cards, when you drop it low, the aggression naturally will become higher. And I expect now with 2 games to go, all in, full throttle.
Well, and dropping it down from 15,
Oh!
I was going to say, there could be a hand that has like 4 or 5 action cards out of 8.
There you go. Just there you go. Myth into Gold, into
Swaps
G.
off the 0.
Another drip swap to Jenna, and now can Gold or background run on this green? That'd be something. A lot of action from background, man. That's a lot. Down to 2 already. Is this game already? Is this a dagger already for the point? No, check. To vapor. Now Gold. Thought to yellow. No hesitation. Is it 6 efficiency? It's a game winner. Back to yellow on the cut. Wow. The cross cut. Nothing to say there, Sanford. That just played right into the hands.
Fucking less than a minute game.
Pretty much. I mean, that was... Okay, you exclude the blue skip. That was 2 color from background the whole game. That was straight 2 color. Because there was not a single red and there was only one blue skip. Yeah, fell into the lap plan. Yeah. Gold, did you have anything, or you say you needed just to draw? Any draw could have got you to win? Is that what you're saying?
I think what he's saying is he only had the 6 to play.
2 reverses, no. Need to draw city? Gotcha. Yeah, right. You almost needed to draw city there. Yeah, I gotcha.
But at the same time, I think, especially in this situation, again, it comes down to which way would you rather lose? Would you rather lose because you drew and the player had number efficiency? Well, I mean, if they had number efficiency, playing the 6 doesn't matter there either.
Yeah.
But like, would you rather lose by drawing and then background has the green, or would you rather play the card and then lose on him having the same color you swapped? That's realistically what that comes down to.
Yeah. At least we both lost on wrong. That's true. Turnaround's fair play. Should have kept it on yellow from the start. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Second play.
Your
second play. I got you. Second play.
You
Gotcha.
could play the yellow 6 instead of the green 0.
Gotcha. Yeah. Then whole different game. Right. Whole different ball game. Because then, yellow 2, right? You meant. Or not 1-6, 1-6. Yeah, yellow 6.
Yeah, he had yellow 6.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yellow 2 background.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much summed up. I don't have much to say when it goes that quick. Well, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be one last call here from Gold, as someone else is calling me. Sanford, take it.
All right, Gold, you're in a situation where you're playing for a point only.
Going for the tie.
No 15, no 5, and no 9.
11.
Would help to reset that. I think I heard 11.
Yes, you did.
Okay. I was saying so I didn't know because I didn't know if Yoshi had heard it or not. Okay, we get started on the background 8 in game 8. Oh my goodness. These signs are there for background to potentially win this game as Gold immediately color swaps off of it. Half off special for background. I think we've seen the blue hate to blue 4 so many times. Peter 1 from Gold trying to run the blues. Background has had enough of it. Wants that red back. Gets the ghost 1. My card shows up again on the red 6. Background loading up potentially a run here. Triple play back to green, or over to green, not back to green. +2 from Gold, trying to push background back just that tad bit, takes the lead. Background out of greens as well, so interesting thing that Gold maybe didn't need to play the +2. Gets the yellow swap over to Monkey. Background with an interesting choice. Plays the yellow 2 only after trying to... He mistyped something there. Yellow 0, another drip sighting. So now how does background respond after failing the triple play? Gets it this time. Takes the lead as well into the red zone for background, trying to look for the 3 points if he can get the win here. Gold back to green with captain. Both players in the red zone. Background with the possession arrow until he drew. Yellow wild from Gold. That's a choice, considering he was the one to switch off the yellow. Mentioned in the last game that he could have kept it yellow longer, decided not to. Does the same thing here in game 8. Background double play, keeps it yellow on the +4. Warning shot there to Gold. How does Gold respond to being down 4 cards now? Keeps it clean, cube roots it to the yellow 2. Background keeps it cool as well, triples up to this yellow 6.
All right, I'm back after some excursions.
Haven't missed much. +4 triple play for Gold to take the lead back. And the 0 sugar blueberry.
I'm catching up here. Oh, wow. Oh, a lot of ammo off the start, huh?
I mean...
Damn. Oh, my goodness.
There's the third +4.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Background just did that play.
Back
+4
to
the yellow 8.
Back to retro? And it's a draw? Man, we're going back and forth here, topsy-turvy, all over the board.
Okay. I mean, I know what the question is, the background, especially if he loses this game.
Back to red in the Zach.
Because he definitely could have kept the +4 in his back pocket, because he used the +4 to keep it yellow.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. That's a little crazy.
Ditto play gold himself.
We have seen some nutso gameplay. Here comes background looking for a run. That's a huge run. Is that game?
What? And still going.
Background, no. Check.
No.
Oh, goal with the decision.
And didn't give gold any cards.
This is Toaster guy. Toaster strat. This could be for the 5-3. Or does gold have an answer? To green!
Oh my goodness, this is the right color, though.
It is!
It is!
Holy moly. Gold for the win. Right here for the tie. It is! And it's only fitting we end on a tie. Are you kidding me?
We started on the background 8 in game 8, and background loses it.
Man, that's poetic right there. I don't have much to say. I'm still catching up, Sanford. What happened there? You got to talk me through it, buddy. Catch me.
Okay. I mean, background, the obvious question is going to be...
That +4, right?
What was the logic in using the +4 to keep it yellow? Because... Gotta wonder what could have been if you had held on to that +4 for one of those draws. Gold, obviously you get a point. A lot of ammo there.
Never added up.
What?
Had a win, so never really added up.
Didn't trust gold with 4 cards, okay. 2 wilds and +4.
Wow.
I mean, gold, you can probably talk to us through the relief of getting the point there. A lot of things seeming to fall in line there for you a little bit.
Yeah, I got you.
Bold choice to switch to the green wild.
Hey, you know what though? Look, gold lost that last game making the wrong switch, right? You got to stick with your guns sometimes. Go ahead.
With the switch to the green, I came to the conclusion that if background had another green to play, they wouldn't have done the green skip to a green skip back to red. They would have done the red skip to the green skip, play the green card, and then the next turn they got a chance green to red. So I figured I'm probably safe to go on to green and then take the win from there.
Fair enough.
I'll go to back. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I'll go to background. That last game, you say you were 1 progression away. Could you have maybe played that +4 differently? Or did you just think straight defense was the right move, considering it had been a defensive series and a lot of back and forth the whole game? Well, no, I probably would have played the red the next turn. Okay. Well, that's the beauty of no power play, right? That's the beauty of this format, right, Sanford? There's no power play. You gotta know how to win when it's just all hands on deck, in a sense.
I think one of the other interesting things in this one, Gold had mentioned, like, in hindsight, should have kept it yellow longer, and then early on in the game, did the same thing again in game 8, where he could have kept it yellow longer, but then swapped. This time actually worked. Last time it didn't.
I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? And then we talked about this with the decision making. Would you rather go home? Well, not really go home, right? They both got a point. But would you rather go aggressive for the win and make a bold call and at least come home with it? And that's the beauty of this format, right? If you don't get the aggressive calls, you can build your notebook. You have a next week. You have a third week. You have a bye to figure it out. But that was classic, man. That was classic on both parties. And feel free to update the scoreboard, Stanford, to tie it up. You're good, buddy.
Oh. I mean...
Yeah, you're good. We'll flip it over in a little bit. But no, and that's the thing, right? And I'm going to go to Gold here. Gold, your thoughts on this bye week coming up? Obviously, nice to relax a little bit, take a little bit off the top, see what your opponents have in store. You got a tough schedule coming up. You got the top of the group, Monkey, of course, and who knows what Acosta, who plays really, really different. Thoughts on that? On the bye week?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use the bye week to really study. I've got a lot of work coming up this week, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to be busy. But hey, better to get it the week I'm most busy rather than any other week.
Yeah, exactly. Background, good tie, starts off with the point. Thoughts on your schedule coming up ahead? You obviously get the top of the heap, a rematch with Toaster Guy. That was where you won 5-1, and your other matches, including obviously the bye, and then you got Acosta and then Monkey to finish it off. Yeah, Sanford, I think for both players, they can be satisfied going into this, knowing that they got the point, can build a little momentum, right? As we go into that, I'll put the schedule up so the fans can see. Thoughts on where both players are headed? I think background, not really concerned, going to probably regret these 3 losses. Came down to me picking the roll 50-50s. Yeah, it's just Super League, man. It's the beauty of the game. We want it in the players' hands, and that's the perfect epitome of what's we get in the players' hands. Your thoughts, Sanford, on where Golden background go from obviously Golden to buy background playing Toaster Guy, another revenge game in a sense, taking care of business the first time around.
Well, I think for Gold, it comes down to the fact that he fought back to still get a tie out of this, considering through 4 games it was looking very much like background was going to get the 3 points, and it was just going to be a matter of saving the game differential. For background, I mean, if you had said at the beginning that he gets a tie, I think that's all he's looking for. But the problem is, it's got to be a letdown a little bit to have blown the 3-1 lead and only get a point out of this. But at the same point, at least he does get the point. So, Gold probably utilizes the bye week well enough. I mean, doesn't have to worry about scheduling a game at least in what is his busiest week. So that gives him one less thing to worry about there. I think for background, he definitely has to try and figure out maybe better instincts. If he's saying he picked the wrong 50-50, there's probably there's something in that game that he can probably look at of trying to figure out a better way of deciding those 50-50s.
Yeah, and that's the thing with new format, new Super League. Well, for these guys, if you're a rookie, you got no power play, you got a lot more pressure, stakes are higher. It's just part of the game. It's the beauty of Super League, man. There's time to figure it out in group stage, though, which is what's always fun. I'll put the standings up real quick. Obviously, both these players go to the top of the heap. That leaves Monkey Toasty tonight in a rematch at 7 o'clock. Then we talk about the rematches in this group. A lot more rematches, a lot more second verses here in this group. That makes it very interesting compared to Group A, which is all fresh heat. Coming up today will be, of course, Lara and Gon. Should be a fun one. That'll be the 4 o'clock game to ground out Group A. Lamas already sent me the new heat for the graphics. Looking forward to getting that going as well. Sanford, what a day. Great start to the day. Want to thank you for coming out here commentating the game. We're going to get Brock in the next crew at 4 o'clock. Want to thank Background and Gold for putting on a really good performance. The Gold Background version 2 ends in a tie. We'll see if we get that version 3. Maybe in Super League they both advance into the next round, round 12. But until then, we'll see. It's on to a bye week for Gold. And it's on a Toaster Guy and another rematch for Background. For myself, Charles Sanford, Yoshi is the ref. Appreciate you guys coming out. Looking forward to seeing 4 o'clock today between Lara and Gon. Battle of foreign countries, Canada versus Ireland. Should be a good one coming up. Until then, we'll see you at 4. Have a good one, everybody. This has been a special presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1, Super League 2025.